It's the quiz of the week with the American Dream Team of
Ben and Emily.
Yay.
Very nicely done.
Thank you.
It needs no further introduction. It's the quiz of the week. What more do we need to say? So,
I don't need to say any more. I think if you've listened to us by now, you should know this is a very special time
we're into
to be
the
listening.
we're into the third quarter of the Random American Quiz of the Week. Technically, I suppose you could say the Killers were our Super Bowl halftime show.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Killers were. I think it's a pretty good, a decent band to have.
Yeah.
And it's a halftime show. So,
who's first this week?
well, I think you went first last week, so I'm first this week.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. Now, in honour of, obviously, it was Kurt Cobain's birthday yesterday. My
Yes.
question is, what was the name of Kurt Cobain's imaginary friend?
He had an imaginary friend.
He did.
Okay.
It was who he actually wrote his suicide letter to. He wrote it to his imaginary friend.
No.
Yeah. Was it A, Brig, B, Bodda, or C, Buddy?
Well, it could be any of them, and it is in fact definitely one of them. But
Well done. You've got the rules of this quiz.
yeah, I have. I feel I should do sort of like I can't remember his name, the guy off Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and say them all, and then
And then
no, the guy who cheated, and then
Oh.
somebody could perhaps cough and give me the answer.
Really?
Yeah.
I could say them all, and then like look at you and just see if you give
Well,
anything
no,
away.
I'm not going to do that. Ben. You
I'm
have
going to
to
go
guess.
with Brig.
You're going to go with Brig. Anyone else?
Buddy.
Buddy?
I go with Buddy.
Ready? Jodie?
I'm going with Bodda.
Bodda. It was Bodda.
Oh.
Bodda, Bodda, Bodddah. Yeah, it was his imaginary friend from childhood, and he used to sort of blame him for all of his sort of mishaps and things happened in his life, and eventually he wrote his suicide letter to him,
That's so strange.
which is quite sad. Well, he was a troubled man, wasn't he? So yeah,
So?
that was that one. Yeah, I got a point. But once.
No, you don't.
No, I don't.
So I got it wrong.
Oh,
You've got to
well,
get it
well,
right,
at least
haven't
you don't get a
You've
point.
got to get it
Ben
right.
doesn't get a
Yeah.
point.
Okay.
Right. Okay. How many American presidents have been assassinated? Is it 2, 4, or 6?
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a very good one.
Thank
I
you.
definitely know one.
One. Which one is that?
Kennedy.
There's another fairly famous
He
one.
might be correct. I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna go. I don't think. Oh, and obviously Lincoln as well.
There we
So
go.
there's probably so definitely two. But I don't think those can be the only two in American history out of the many presidents, especially in the early days. So I'm going to say 4.
That is correct.
Yep.
Woohoo! I do have a point.
They were in order, I believe, is Abraham Lincoln, James Garfield, William McKinley, and John F. Kennedy.
Great.
It McKinley and Garfield might be the other way around. I'm
Well,
not
anyway,
100
so I'm sure someone can
yeah.
inform us of that
I
another
think
time.
I think that was right. I think that
Yeah.
was in the right order.
Lincoln, Garfield, McKinley, Kennedy. A further
Great.
6 have survived assassination attempts.
Yeah.
I don't have a list of those. I don't have a list of those people as
So
well. But
Lincoln survived an
Yeah.
assassination attempt before he was assassinated.
Yeah.
As-
And then
no,
they
it-
managed
Reagan survived an
yeah,
assassination.
Reagan's one.
FDR as well, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there
quite a
have been
few.
Yeah.
10 basically have been involved in assassinations.
I'm surprised. In our lifetime, we haven't had a president be assassinated, have we?
No,
Surprisingly, I'm surprised about Obama. I would have thought he would have got at least a couple by now.
Well, I
a
mean,
couple of assassinated. He's
No,
been
no,
assassinated a
attempts.
couple of times.
A 10.
Well, I think he has. They
He
just
has.
haven't got that close to him. And
Yeah.
there was someone arrested last week, wasn't there, for attempted
really?
assassination? Attempted bomb
Yeah.
plot on Capitol Hill.
He-
so-
Oh, wow.
There was a guy who also shot at the White House,
Yes.
but Obama was in Israel,
yeah.
Oh.
so that was pretty poorly
Yeah,
That
that
planned.
was
was
a good shot. Yeah.
Pretty
Poor
poor
planning.
attempt, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Question.
you do have a point now, Emily.
I do.
You can
yay!
cheer this time.
Yay, I have a point. Okay. Question 2 for Ben. Obviously, we were talking about Mardi Gras earlier.
Oh,
So,
look at you with your links.
I know. What are the 3 traditional colours of Mardi Gras as chosen by Alexis Alexandrovich Romanov of Russia during his visit to New Orleans in 1872? Is it A, purple, gold and green? Is it B, blue, red and silver? Or is it C, purple, gold and blue?
Just be thankful you didn't have to try and guess the name.
Yeah.
I thought I would try and make the question as long as and complicated as
Yeah.
possible.
If the name had come up, who picked the colours? I would have picked that name solely off the basis that you are not making that name up.
That is his name, Alexis Alexandrovich Romanov.
Okay, and the options were
purple, gold and green, blue, red and silver, or purple, gold and blue?
I'm going to go A. Purple, gold.
Go A?
Purple,
I go
gold,
with
green,
A.
was that?
Purple, gold and green.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to go with.
Because it always has green in it.
Yeah, I'll go with purple, gold, green then.
Well, then you're all correct. It's purple, gold,
Yay.
and green. Purple symbolising justice, green symbolising power, gold symbolising power, and green symbolising faith.
There we go.
Because obviously,
Wonderful.
Mardi Gras is a religious holiday at the end of the day, even though it doesn't look like it is much now.
Okay, right. So that's 1-1.
It's 1-1, yeah.
Okay, but you've got an extra question in the bag. So
Okay.
I'll hope that you get this one wrong. Last week we did talk about TV series House, starring Hugh Laurie, is coming to an
Mhm.
end.
Look
But
at you
ha-
with your links.
Yeah,
God,
all the way
so
back to
good.
last week
I
as well.
know.
But how many countries is the show shown in? Is it
Wow.
46, 56, or 66?
How many countries is House shown in?
Yeah,
I would say quite a lot of countries, actually, because it's incredibly popular.
it is.
So I'm going to go with the most. I'm going to go with 66.
66. Okay. Any other guesses?
56.
Well, I think I could well be, but I'll go with the 46 too.
Okay, and Jodie?
To be different.
56.
56. Okay, it is 66.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh.
Emily has got them
Incredibly
both
popular.
right so
On
far.
a roll today.
2-1.
Yeah.
Look at Ben's face, slowly.
Yeah, it's okay.
Slowly
Well, that's 2-1.
moving.
So a question each left.
Yep, question each.
Yes.
Okay. How many states does Route 66 run through? Is it 6, 8, or 10?
Well.
I believe that's been a question on your favourite TV show, Ben, I think, at some point. I'm sure I've seen that on there. Name the states that the
Oh, it may well have been on
Pointless.
point.
goes through.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
obviously,
on
I'll give
point.
you a hint. I guess it starts in Chicago, Illinois, and it goes straight down to Santa Monica.
Okay,
in
so it
California.
it is definitely in at least 2.
Yes, Ben. Well done, Ben.
Thank you.
That's
I
not one
could've
of the
done
options,
that.
Ben.
I have noticed that it isn't. What were the options again? If you just give it
6, 8, and 10.
6, 8, 10. Well, I'm going to go with 8.
With 8. Anyone
8.
else?
Yeah, I'd say 8. Thinking sort of Midwest states.
Mm.
What, Illinois,
10.
Kansas, maybe.
Well-
Nevada, Colorado, somewhere like that.
You want to know what the answer is, Ben?
Well, I feel that is the general idea of the game.
I'm not going to tell you, Ben. No, I am. It is 8. Well done.
Yay!
Yeah, it runs to 8 states. I was going to write them down, but they were all abbreviated, and I can't work them all out. But yes, it runs through 8 states.
So the final question
Okay.
then. It's
Currently
all
2-2.
square 2-2.
2-2.
I think it's as close as it's ever been.
So
I think it is. Yeah.
Either you're going to have a point each, or Emily's going to take victory this week.
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
no.
on 31st of December 1999, Time magazine announced their their person of the century.
Yep.
The 3 options are all men, actually.
Okay, well, good.
But, was it Albert Einstein, FDR, or Mahatma Gandhi?
In 1999.
On the 31st of December 1999, Time magazine announced their person of the century.
Person of the century.
Was it Einstein, Roosevelt, or Gandhi?
Oh my god. Okay. I can't. I don't. Something about it. I don't think it would be Gandhi because I don't think I've ever seen him on the cover of Time magazine. It just doesn't
Yeah.
fit.
And I can
So-
confirm to you that all 3 of those people have won Man of the Year.
Okay. Well, man.
They've won. It was Man of the Year when they.
Oh, when
They were given Man of the Year because they were the men. They're men. It's Woman of the Year.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
I'm wrong.
Yes. Other bit of background, if you want, it's the person who's had the most impact. The person of the year is the person who's had the most impact on the news over that year. So I
This is person of the century.
assume the person of the century is the person who had the most impact over the century.
Okay. Well,
I cannot confirm
see,
that.
the thing is, they all had an impact over the last century. Obviously,
They did.
especially like Einstein had an impact on science. Gandhi had an impact on, I guess, human politics and then it's just really difficult.
These were the top 3. These were first, second, and third. So
It is very difficult.
This is so hard. I really want to get it right. I'm going to say Einstein just because I watched a really cool program on Horizon about his theories and things recently.
Okay.
So that's
Are there
the
any
only
other
reason.
guesses?
I'm going to say Gandhi.
Okay.
I'll say the last one.
I bet it was
What's the last
Gandhi
one?
now.
Gandhi, you said.
No.
The last one was
One that-
Gandhi.
one that was
Einstein,
remaining.
Roosevelt.
That one.
Roosevelt.
That one.
It was. Pause for dramatic fact. Albert Einstein.
Yes!
Wow.
Yeah. However, there was
Thank you, Horizon.
there was a little bit about it because the person who had the most impact over the course of the century, Hitler, was who they. But
Can't
Well,
really put
because he
him
did-
on Man of the
No.
Century.
He did
can
win
you?
Man of the Year.
yeah, he won Man of the Year before. But yeah, they also there's been a bit of controversy over it. They chose I think it was an Ayatollah in like the 1970s, and there was a big backlash to that. So now they don't pick as controversial people. Like
Yeah,
where
very-
after the September 11th attacks, the person of the year was Mayor Giuliani. Whereas obviously the person who's actually had the most impact on the news is Bin Laden.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
obviously, if you pick him as your person of the year, you're making a huge
Yeah, it's
statement.
quite. Yeah, you can't really say
No.
those. You know,
Yeah.
personally, it should be someone inspiring who's been involved in
Yeah.
news, not someone who caused
Yeah,
quite
The
a lot
I-
of death.
yeah. The idea is meant to be the person that we have talked about the most over the course of the year. In 2006, it was you. Just
Me?
well, yes, you person. You know, it was no. In 2006,
2006 Man of the Year.
person of the year.
Excuse
The
me.
2006 person of the year was you. It was every single person.
Oh,
could
I
be.
get it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's really
It
lovely.
was designated to you. I think the Time editor collected the award on behalf of the population.
Wasn't
The
Zuckerberg this
world.
year?
Probably.
Possibly.
He'll be up
Mm.
there.
Awesome.
So that's the Random American. quiz
Emily
this
got all
week.
of my questions right.
Yes, you did. 3-2, Emily, and you have a point on the
I
board.
know.
so we're going into the
I
final
won the
week for
third
the point
quarter.
on the board.
There's still time for the Saints to catch up.
I'll be writing the questions for the finale of the big quiz, and I will be making them movie, film related.
Oh, that's
so
good.
I think
I'm-
Emily may well
yes.
have a
have
bit
the
of an
one
advantage
I will have
there.
some.
On
I'll have
that.
some tiebreakers just in case.
If you can make them all Glee related, I would really appreciate that as well.
However, if you could make them all Glee related, I will just go home and research Glee.
No, make you watch Glee. Yeah, it's fine.
I never said watch. Research.
Research. I wouldn't do that.
So that's all about. Well, is all we have time for in this week's American Dream Team. So as I say, do tune in next week with a movie special and a very exciting interview there. The film, I believe, has over 100,000 likes on Facebook. It does seem like it's going to be very popular, and we're
So
very
hopefully we'll have
excited
quite a
about
few
that.
listens as well. That'd
We
be
will.
Great.
So as usual, we come to our and finally, well, a story and then an and finally bit, I suppose, in the technical term. The and finally story is the American father who has become a YouTube sensation. Over 27 million views of this video after he was so angry at his daughter for cursing her parents on Facebook that he took her laptop outside and posted a video of himself shooting a pistol into it. He unloaded 7 rounds into this. I thought it was quite interesting that he shot the laptop 6 times and then he said, "Your mum was really angry as well, so I'm going to shoot one for her."
But I think
Very romantic.
parents around the world will be watching that, going, "Yes, I wish I could shoot my child's laptop." But me and Lily watched it, and when the bullet goes in, we're like, "How
Yeah.
can you do that to a laptop?"
I mean, it could only happen in America. It's been a massive YouTube hit. So, and the other little thing we're going to finish is with this week is, as it's Pancake Day, trending worldwide on Twitter this afternoon, and probably still is, was replace band names with the word
I
pancake.
saw this. This is brilliant.
So we had some really good ones. My one, which I came up with, was Jimmy Eat Pancake or Pancake Eat World. A Pancake to Remember
Yes.
was another one.
Green pancake, I think, was mentioned.
Green Pancake.
It's really Pancake Day if you're going off.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Pancake
yeah.
Day.
Pancake
but-
Day, perfect.
There you go. Foster the Pancake.
I think someone did Coldplay.
Pancake Del
Pancake.
Rey.
Cold pancake.
Cold
Oh,
Pancake.
brilliant.
Brilliant.
But one of my favourites and the song we're going to finish with, I'm sure you'll get that in a second. So we shall see you next week on the American Dream Team. If you want to catch up with this show, you can do on YouTube. Thanks to Emily Brown.
Thank you.
Thanks to Ben Steele.
Bye-bye.
And thanks to Lily Bell.
Thanks. Bye.
And we shall be back, as I say, next week at the same time, Siren 107.3 at 5 p.m. Everyone say bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.